besties, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful, amazing day today. Today is self-care Sunday, so here we are with no makeup on. I pulled a wig out of my wig vault, I guess you could call. I guess I have a wig vault. I have some wigs I just don't usually wear or that I haven't rotated to yet, so I pulled one out of there. We're going to do eyelashes today. I had someone ask if I could do the eyelash segment process again, so I don't have any eyelashes or anything on. Kind of took a shower. Today was hair washing day, so I kind of did a sort of blowout on my hair. Like, not really, because, yeah. I do want to have some bangs for summer, so I cut some bangs into my hair because in the summer, when it gets too hot for wigs, I usually do one of two things. I'll usually either wear a topper and kind of pull that up, or sometimes I'll just wear a hat. But I have this little human hair bun that I got from Temu that I want to show you guys whenever I get to that point. And then we're going to do some thin hair, what do I want to call it? Thin hair things for summer, I guess. But the first thing we're going to do today is a little bit of makeup, and then we're going to do the eyelashes. I have a couple of things I brought down with me. I bought this mirror off of Temu that I use to travel with because it's got a couple different magnifications, and it also lights up. It also has a stand in the back, so I brought it down because I'm probably going to need one of these magnification mirrors to kind of see what I'm doing with my lashes. That is a very important step to the lash process. Now, this morning for skincare, well, actually what I should say is I got up this morning and I washed my face really well with an Elemis cleanser. So I thought, well, I'll try something different. You know, I did like a little Elemis cleanser because I got these from Ipsy. I'm going to use this day cream today, and then this is the mask that I used. It's called the Elemis Ultra Smart Pro Collagen Aqua Infusion Mask. So you just leave it on, and it's supposed to give you like 90% people say they see like instant hydration, which my skin does feel pretty good right now. So I used their cleanser, and then I used this mask, and then I took a shower and washed it all off. And then we're going to use this Elemis Ultra Smart Pro Collagen Day Cream today, and I'm going to mix it with my Piper Blue Ageless Serum. So I'll try and link all of this stuff down below or in the cards or something, but this is the Piper Blue I guess they call it Ageless Serum, which is really nice. I think it's like $39. I love it. So let's get this on, and then we can we might do lashes next so that our skincare kind of sets in. So what I usually do is, you don't have to use a lot of this Elemis cream. Like, it's expensive too, I won't even lie, but it'll last you forever because you literally only need like a little pea-sized amount. And honestly, this was probably too much, to be quite honest with you. But I like to put it in the palm of my hand, and then I take a couple of drops of my serum from Piper Blue, because this is all natural, all organic, you know, nothing weird in here. I only put like 3 drops of my serum in there. And then, wait, let me take my rings off because I don't want to get... Yesterday someone asked me about my engagement ring, but I did wear it, but I don't want to get lotion all over it, so I just warm this up in my hands, and then I start to pat it on. I really like the Piper Blue serum. I probably shouldn't have... Just saying, you probably should miss your eyes, because if you're going to put on... I kind of went over them a little bit a minute ago, but if you're going to use eyelashes... Now I'm getting hair in my mouth. You want to kind of make sure that your lashes are clean, they're dry, there's no grease on them, there's no oils on them, and that kind of thing. So I usually get them to last about a week, or sometimes they will last longer, but I don't like them to last any longer than that. I usually take them off on the weekend no matter what. Usually that's like my Sunday thing. Like I get a nice long hot bath or whatnot. So we'll let that sit in while we do eyelashes. So let me show you what I'm using for my eyelashes. Now I went back to this brand. I was using ones from, I'm out of breath. Slow down, Jen. Chill out. From Temu, but they're discontinued. So this is the other brand that I used to use all the time. You can get these on Amazon. The brand is Easy Tension DIY eyelash. I use the sparkle in the 16 millimeters. I go straight to 16 millimeters, but I'm used to wearing these lashes. But I'll tell you why I like these, and then I'll tell you why I don't like them. I used to use these all the time. In fact, Diane from Mimi's Life had switched over to these at one point, but this is what they look like. So these are the 16 millimeters, and as you can kind of see, the lash is a little bit of a hybrid. It's like short, then tall, then short, then tall, then short, then tall. So the good thing about that is that it ends up, I only have to use 3 of these per eye. So yeah, I got a weird shadow going on, but anyway. So I use 3 of these on each eye. The one thing I don't really like about these is that the band is kind of thick on the thick side, which that's not a bad thing either, because that just means that it kind of makes you look like you have eyeliner on. Yeah, that's the word, eyeliner. So I use 3 of these per eye, and then I'm going to use this lash bonding glue. Now, I don't have a favorite lash bonding glue. I don't even really have a favorite lash. You just need a lash bonding glue. This one I got from Temu. There's one side that's a seal and one side that's a bond. This hair is like crazy. I never use the seal because the seal for me tends to flake off into my eyes, and I hate that, and I can't, it's just horrible. It makes your eyes burn and everything else. So I only use the bond, and I still get a good week's wear out of these. So let me just, I'm going to make sure I can use this mirror. I'm going to tell you one of the main things you will want to have is a good magnification, because you want to be able to see the underside of your lash right here, because we're going to connect them to the underneath. So when you like lift your head up, you want to be able to see underneath here. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. We're not attaching them like a strip lash. We're actually attaching them to the underneath of your eyelashes. So we're going to need a couple pair of tweezers, because I'm going to use this pair of tweezers to pull these off here. And then I'm going to use this kind of tweezer to put on the lash. So let me get, I need 3 per each eye. So we're going to pull 6 out of here. And it would help if I could see what I'm doing. But I will try and show you one of these so you can see what I mean by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to hold this up so you can kind of see what I mean by hybrid. See how like they're shorter on the outsides and then long on the inside? I hope you can see that. What that kind of makes it is it gives it a little bit of a hybrid look to it, so that you don't have to use as many, in my opinion. So that's just, maybe that's just my opinion. All right, I'm going to set all of these off to the side. There's a little bit of glue on them when you pull them off the card, so you kind of have to, I like squeeze them along this so that it like pulls the glue off of there. So, okay, I pulled all of my lashes off of this, and what we're going to do first is I'm going to curl my lash just a little bit so that my lashes are very straight and kind of go down. So I just like to curl them a teensy weensy, just so that they're going like upwards so I can see the underneath of my lash. So we're just giving them a little bit of a curl just so I can see underneath there, which that's about good right there. And this is a tweezer man, specifically for almond shaped eyes, which I love. I also sometimes use this. It's a fan I got from Temu, so I can get the glue to dry like a little bit faster. So I use that sometimes. All right, so now what you're gonna need is your bond, these tweezers, and your lashes. And I have all the lashes kind of like sitting down in front of me here. So you are going to take the bond I will try and like zoom you guys in when I edit this. I'm just going to use this like a mascara, okay? So I got to make sure I'm using the right side. So there's a Bond side and there's a Seal side. So this is the Bond side, and it says Bond like right along here. And then this is the Seal. Now, like I said, I never use the Seal because I don't like it. It's really, really flaky, and I just don't like it. So then this is what the wand looks like. It's just like a little mascara wand, and you put it on just like you would mascara, right underneath the lash here. So we're going to go underneath the lash and put some of the Bond on. I like to put it on my whole lash so that the lash grabs on. And I hope that I can get you guys in closer when I edit this. So there's the Bond. It dries really fast, so you kind of have to work fast. I hold the lash just like this. Look in your mirror. Make sure you can see underneath, and you're going to put it right on the waterline. Well, I shouldn't say on the waterline, but right, you know, right where your lash starts, where it comes out of your lash line, that's where these sit. Let me see if I can come in closer. So I'm looking under. I'm putting it right, not on the lash line. Like it's not touching skin. It's actually on my lashes. This goes really quick once you figure it out a couple times. And you know what the funny thing is I cannot put on strip lashes, but these are like so simple for me. So again, going underneath. And once the glue gets kind of tacky, it's literally going to just grab it right away. So once it's on there, I then take my, I almost said pliers, no, tweezers, and I clamp them down so that they're really pressed in with the lashes. Okay? So I'm just like clamping them down. So there's one eye done, not done, done, done. I mean, the difference in my eye look is crazy, right? So yeah, that's what they look like on. And I only need 3. I try and keep them like towards the center, but I like them because there's the lash that's out here is like short, you know what I mean? So it's kind of got that hybrid look to it. And again, these are the 16 millimeter sparkle ones. They do have shorter ones in this style, in the sparkle style. They have like 10s, 12s, 14s. So if you wanted to kind of start a little bit on the low end, like I like to go straight in for it because I've been wearing them a long time, so I'm kind of used to it. But you could always start with a lower number, so it's like not as woo. All right, let's do the other eye. So again, I'm almost out of this lash bond. I really need to get some more. I might get some more at the store today at Walmart or something. It doesn't matter what brand you use. They're all kind of the same. And I'm sorry if you can see my diffuser. I'm going to shut it off. If you see smoke, it's from my oil diffuser. Okay. So again, this is what you definitely need. You cannot do this without being able to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm going underneath my lashes, putting on the lash bond. It's just like putting on mascara. I don't use a whole lot. I don't glob it on. The other thing you'll want to note, I guess that's what I want to say. So yeah, going underneath. Pushing it up in there. Hope I'm not getting in the way of my camera with this mirror. This left eye, this side's always harder for me because I'm, you know, I don't know why. It's always the harder side. So again, going right underneath, pressing up. But it helps so much when you can see under there and see what you're doing. You know? Okay, so that's how I hold them, just like that. And again, you're not putting them like on your skin, like where your tight line would go. It's actually a little bit above that, like actually into the lash. That's why I like to see it, because I want to get as close to that lash line as possible. Okay, so there are the lashes. That's what they look like. Yeah. These ones, they do have kind of a bigger lash, you know, right, there's like that line that's like kind of right there, but I kind of like it because it makes me look like I have on eyeliner, but because my eyes, they look so much better with eyeliner, but I hate using eyeliner because I get it all over me. But anyways, you just keep clamping them until they feel secure, and you can go back and clamp down these. And I'm just kind of, you know, pushing the lash with the lashes and the glue and all of that. And then if I have too, like, I barely put on the lash bond, so I don't really have a whole lot. Sometimes when you buy a new container and you go to open it, there's so much that comes out. You can take a little lash dryer and just kind of sit here and do this for about 30 seconds. Make sure those lashes are and glue are all dry. But it makes such a difference to my face, I feel like, when I wear lashes. Like a huge, humongous difference. Okay, so that is how I put on lashes. And like I said, these will stay on all week long. Now, they will only stay on all week long if, this is kind of important, if I don't get them in too much water, or like if I'm in the shower, I kind of usually wash my face before I get in the shower because I'll wash all around. That's why I don't wear a whole lot of eye makeup when I have lashes on, because it tends to just make the lash, you know, I just don't want to wash around the lash so much. So I always hope that my makeup look is good enough without doing eye makeup. So I guess that's what I want to say. All right. Next, we are going to do our face makeup. Now, I've been using Piper Blue products. I've shown these on my channel before. I have a discount code. I'll put it on the screen. If you guys want to go there, I'll link it down below also, and you can get like 10% off or whatever. I highly recommend to get them to color match you. If you go on their website, there's a little chat somewhere on the bottom. You click that. You can send pictures. They'll tell you what colors you are. You can also buy these different colors in samples so you can test what, you know, maybe what colors you want to use before you purchase. I would recommend getting the teen palette. The teen palette, I think, is $70, but you get a lighter shade, a darker shade, a bronzer, a blush, and 2 eyeshadows for like $70. So, and then plus if you get 10% off, it's less than that. Plus free shipping, I'm sure. So these are all the blushes I've got, I've bought over the last couple months. This is my contour, and these are my face shades. I kind of go back and forth between a couple of shades. So what I do is I just put dabs of it. Not a whole, you do not need a whole lot of this. In fact, if you use too much, it will show up your pores. So you really don't need very much at all, like hardly any at all. I'm gonna grab a makeup wipe so I can wipe my fingers off as I go along. I usually don't like to dab it like this because I tend to overuse it. Now I kind of know at this point how much to use, but if you're just starting out, I would take the brush, dip, and then go, and dip and go, because if you do like this and you aren't used to wearing this type of cream makeup, you could way over apply it and it'll look completely hideous. The other thing, if you don't like it, it's probably a color match issue. So maybe recolor match yourself or have them recolor match you. But so I just, once it's on my skin, I just start buffing it in. I don't use a primer. I mean, my skincare, I guess, is my primer. You don't really need a primer with this makeup. I've never used a primer with cream makeup. You literally just buff it in. It's really quick, really simple. That's why I like it, because it doesn't take me long to get ready in the morning. I like to bring it down into my eyes to kind of cover up I get a little bit like redness in my eyelash. No, my eye, what's this called? Oh my gosh, I've lost my mind. Eyelid? Yes, my eyelid area. I tend to like get red right there, so I do like to put some right there, but I just buff it, and then sometimes I press and buff, press and buff, press and buff until you have the look that you want. But yeah, I honestly, if you do this and you're like, well, I kind of need a little bit more coverage here or there or wherever, you can just go back in and like, oh, I need more coverage here. I can see a little bit of redness there. And then you just put it wherever you need it and keep buffing. Buffing, tapping, buffing, tapping. Real fast, real easy, which is why I like it. There's nothing worse than sitting around and putting 10 gallons of makeup on and then looking like you have 10 gallons of makeup on. I don't know. That's just me from my age. Like, I don't want to look like I have a whole lot of makeup on, but it just gives you a really nice canvas to work with. So then I take I don't use contour. I just use bronzer. I just like to bronze up my face, bring a little warmth back into it, bring a little 3D dimension back into it. I also don't like a really matte look. I like my skin to be glowy because I feel like when you see some like young kids, you know, when you're younger, you have such beautifully dewy skin, and it's like that's what I want my skin to look like, is beautiful and dewy. I don't even use a whole lot of powders. I feel like powders just, you know, the more powder you use, the more chance of creasing you'll get. Cream makeup tends to kind of move with your skin, so it doesn't sit in the lines as much as like a powder foundation would. So I just use my bronzer. I know it looks a little bit crazy, but it all comes together at the end, I promise. So I just put my bronzer where I would usually see some, you know, oh, I usually get tan right up through here, on my nose, on my cheeks, you know, and then I put a little bit down here to kind of shadow my double chin area. So that's that. And then I'm going to use this new blush that I got in my Ipsy. Let's just try it just for the heck of it. So I got this in my Ipsy bag. It's TYS Beauty blush. It's a liquid. I use liquid blushes all the time. I don't use any powder products at this point in my age. I've even been using liquid eyeshadows. Like, the powder, my skin is so dry that I can't even use powder at this point. That's why when you get to have mature skin, you really need to be using cream products like this, even over liquid foundations, and definitely over powder foundations, because all they do is just stick right into your skin. Let me put a little bit of this lip gloss on too. I got this in an Ipsy bag this month too. It's by, I don't even know what that says. It looks like it says Ather Beauty, A-T-H-R Beauty. I don't know. I just want to put it on my lips because my lips feel like so dry right now. I don't wear a whole lot of lipstick either. I usually go straight for gloss. I heard matte lipstick is making a comeback, but I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, let's just throw a little bit of gloss on. All right. So this is a liquid blush, and these you do not have to use a whole lot of, like, not at all. Like, literally a couple dabs like that, and that might even be too much, to be quite honest with you. But I'll tell you the color after if I didn't. So see how, wow, yeah, I think I went a little overboard there. That's okay, we'll fix it. Whoa. Y'all, see what I'm saying with the, I take my foundation brush and I'll usually go back in and kind of mix some of the foundation with it. I actually like a lot of blush anyway, so it's not too bad. But I also bring my blush really high up. And the reason for that is you want to lift your skin up. Now, if you put your blush right here, it makes your face very, very round. So I always try and bring my blush up like super high because it lifts your whole face. So yeah, that was a lot of blush. That was a lot of blush. I also even sometimes like to put it in the corner of my eye, like right here. Yeah, you gotta really be careful with the blush, let me tell you. All right, so yeah, this blush, you do not need to use a lot. It looks like the color is Juice. That's what it looks like it says. Liquid blush by TYS Beauty. So yeah. So I literally, this is about all I do to my face except for my eyebrows. And so the eyebrows I stamp on. You guys have seen me stamp my eyebrows so many times. So we're going to do it again here. All right, and I hope I can see because I only have this other mirror and it's not super close, I guess I should say. I should have brought my other good mirror, but I hate bringing my good mirror all the way down here. All right, so anyway, I use stamps. I use this stencil with my stamp to put my eyebrows on. I got this from Temu. I've used this for months. And then you can buy these little things of color. I usually go for like an ash brown or a light brown. This one is the light brown. Like, I've used obviously quite a bit of it. And then this one is more like a dark blonde. Let's use this one today. So wherever I want my brow, put my stencil on, hold it in place. I always start with the back here and bring it forward. I want most of the pigment to be back here on this little tail, like that. And then you just pull it off and there's your brow. All right, so again, we're going to try and do the other side, but again, it's probably going to be more like cousins than twins. So again, just swirling this around in there to get some product. I wiped this off with a makeup wipe. You just flip it to do the other side. This is really hard for me to see, you guys, so we're really winging it. So again, go to the tail first. Just like that. Boom, there it is. You could take an eyebrow pencil, like a brow blade or whatever, and make some hair strokes. I have a little bit of hair on my eyebrows. This one's a little wonky today because the hair right here doesn't want to go anywhere, but or doesn't want to like go where I want it to, but it is what it is. So, okay, I'm just going to clean all this off. So that's literally, oops, I have a little bit of brown stuff right there. So if you get any of the brow underneath or somewhere else, you clean it up. And so that's really all I'm going to do for my face today, because I want to spend a little bit of time with this wig, because I feel like we're probably going to have to spend a little bit of time with it because I've never had it out of the package. And so she might need a little bit of work. Okay, so I'm going to put my hair back in my wig grip, which I've showed you guys before, so I'm not going to bore you with that. If you want to see how that's done, go to a past Self-Care Sunday video. I've shown it, I think, on every single one, but I will be right back with my wig grip on. So a couple of items you might need in your wig journey. You're definitely going to maybe need some hairspray. This is some wig wax. It's by Tressalore. It's like a spray wax that it's almost like a texturizing spray, I guess you could say, for wigs. The other things I brought down with me are this. I use this all the time. It's a Revlon hairstyling brush, like a volumizer. I use that a lot to get frizzies out of wigs or to give some volume. I also brought this down, which I've never used yet. I got this on clearance at Walmart. It's an Infinity Pro. It's just like a curling iron, but with, you know, it's like a curling brush, but it's just got nubs on it. There's no like real hard bristles. And then the main star of the show today is probably going to be my hair dryer, which I've had for a gazillion years. You don't need anything special. You just need a hair dryer, and it helps if you have the Cool Shot. So yeah, we might need to use this today because I have a feeling I'm probably going to have to zhuzh up this wig at least a little bit. We're going to zhuzh it up to at least make it look decent. But I'm thinking in the next video if we need to thin it or cut the bangs, because guess what? This one has bangs. Woo! I don't think I've ever shown a wig on here that's had bangs. Okay, so this particular wig we're going to look at today is by Chelsea Smith Cosmetics. Oh, I also brought a little brush. This is the brush from Temu I got the other day. It's like an unbrush, but I think it'll be good for wigs because there's no super hard bristles, so might need that, but I don't know. All right. So, pull this out of the wig vault. This wig is called Melrose. It's by Chelsea Smith Crowns, Chelsea Smith Cosmetics. She has a couple different names. I have this down here with me in the color Soft Blonde. Is that what it's called? Melrose and Soft Blonde. I have this in two other colors, but I think I gave the red one to Faith's Champagne Taste on a Beer Budget because I think I tried it on and I was like, no, there's no way I'm going to pull this off. It even still has the tag on it. I haven't even taken the tag off, so we are going to take the tag off. Okay, so this is what it comes to you like. Here is the tag, Melrose and Soft Blonde. It's a very light, ashy kind of color. with some rooting. Now, they did put this out in another blonde that I loved, and I should have bought it, but I didn't. It was a more natural kind of blonde, like a warm blonde, I guess. The thing about this wig is that, as you can see, it's very flat on top, like super de-duper flat. It does have some bangs. It is not a lace front wig. It's a very basic cap. So this is what a basic cap wig looks like. There's no lace front. There's no lace at all. You get, the ear tabs are real nice on this. And there's some hair that comes out of the ear tabs, which are nice. There's combs on the side. There's a comb in the back, and you have some bra strap adjusters. There's another comb and ear tabs on this side. Now, the ear tabs are what sits, these ear tabs sit right here on your temple area. So let's just put it on to see what she looks like literally straight out of the box. Now, I can tell you that she's going to need some va-va-voom up on top here. It's very, very flat right there. There's no parting space at all. I mean, there's no part at all. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? There's no lace part. It's literally a basic cap wig. It doesn't get any more basic than this, to be quite honest with you. But I want to show you what she looks like straight out of the box, because like I've said before in other videos, more than likely you're going to have to zhuzh up a wig. Hardly any of them come to you in a way that you're like, oh, you put it right on and you go. Very, very rarely does that happen. So I want to show you what it looks like straight when you get it. All right, I'm just going to put my head in and pull it back. And this, now, see what I'm saying? She needs pulled back a little bit here. So let me line up the front with my wig cap. This cap is a, what do I want to say? The cap is not a petite, and I usually get a petite. But as you can see, it's just really, really flat on top. The bangs are kind of long. This area is not too bad, but it's, I don't know, it's got like these flippy kind of things right here that I would probably maybe try and straighten out a little bit. So this is what it looks like straight out of the gate. Like, this is what it's going to look like. And I don't really like it. The bangs are really, really heavy. It's really flat right here. So I'm definitely going to need to either thin the bangs, cut the bangs, definitely, probably, or shape them some way at least. And then I would like to get a little bit of height right here, you know. So yeah, this is one reason I usually don't buy wigs with bangs, is because the bangs are usually just too long. Like when they come, they're just way too long. I'm just going to run my hands through this and kind of get the fibers to wake up a little bit, because it's been sitting in that bag and they just have a tendency to lay really, really flat. So there is no lace front. So you know, this front right here, you're not gonna be able to pull it back and have it look super, super, realistic. Is it horrible? I mean, horrible? No. Is it a little bit, I don't mind the color, actually. I don't mind at all. But this is just so flat. So I'm going to show you, wow, look at that. I'm going to show you how to give it a little bit of oomph right here. So let's take this off. All right. My hair is so clean, my wig grip's barely sitting on my head. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use my hair dryer. Okay. So I'm just going to take my hair dryer and I am going to run my blow dryer in the top. So this is the top of the wig, okay? And I'm going to heat this area up. And when I heat it up, and then I'm going to hit it with a cool shot, and hopefully that will make the hair stand up. So you just want to like move the hair dryer around while you're blowing it, and just in the cap like this. And then every once in a while, hit it with the cool shot. The cool shot will hold the hair, you know, it like cools it down and holds it in place, because that's what'll keep your hair in place. You have to warm it up and then keep it in that style and then cool it. So we're going to heat it with some high and then cool shot it. You may need to do that several times. You may even need to do it and then hang it overnight for it to cool down. You may even need to do that, because I can already tell that's not doing too much, which is why I brought these items down. So yeah, it's not really doing, you may even need, if it's a real bugger, which this one seems to be, you may even need to wet the whole top, hang it upside down to dry. It's just not getting a whole lot of oomph there, I can tell. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and use this. And I'm just going to pick the hair up and pull it and bring it back like this when this is on, okay? And hopefully that will get it to do something. You just really have to mess with it until you get it to where you want it. So let's try this. And I'm going to turn this on high. And I'm just lifting the hair up and pulling it back. Okay, let's see what this is looking like now. So we're getting a little bit of, this one's a real bugger, you guys, so I'm kind of glad I showed this to you, but she's really having a hard time. Now, what I would do is, this is still hot, so maybe hold it upside down and hit it with the cool shot on your blow dryer. Yeah, this one's being a real bugger. But like I said, you very rarely you get a wig where you can just throw it on and go. But yeah, I mean, it's better, but it's not great. Like I'm probably gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over until I get it where I want it. Let's see where we're at now. That's a little bit better. I'm going to spray a little bit of wig wax in it just to kind of give it a little bit of texture there, because it kind of needs a little bit of styling element to it. So see how it's kind of, it's getting there. Let's see here. Maybe even throw a little bit of hairspray in here, because it needs to have that dirtiness to it, to be quite honest with you, to stay where you want it. But if you can tell, it is, at least it's kind of staying off the scalp area, but you may need to do something like that. See, look at that. See how it just wants to like sit right back down? Like, this hair is really being a bugger. It is really being a bugger. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if it did any kind of, let's put it back on and see how it's got a little bit of static cling. So you can spray a little bit of wig wax in there and get rid of that static. Let me try it on again and see where we're at. The other thing you can do is do this when it's on your head, so you kind of get a better, actually, let me tighten these straps. So I tightened up the bra strap adjusters. And let's just see if we did anything to this thing at all. Okay, I mean, it's getting there. I need to pull it back a little bit. At least it's not hanging in my face anymore. It could use a little bit more of a zhuzh up there, you know? But it's getting there. But you have to really keep working with it. This area looks a lot better, I think. You know what I mean? I think it looks a lot better. I would still take this Actually, I think it looks way better. To be quite honest with you, I think it looks so much better, actually. It's quite a bit of hair. I would probably thin this out if I was going to wear it daily. And then you can always, too, to keep the hair out of your face, use your hair dryer again. Blow it and then like hold it in place like this and then kind of let it down. But I mean, you know what? It's getting there. It's just one of those wigs that is going to take some work. It's not as bad as it was though. At least it doesn't look so super flat right here. That was driving me nuts. Get a little hairspray. The bangs are much better. I wouldn't even have to cut these bangs at this point. I think that they look good like this. I'm just using regular hairspray. You probably shouldn't, but I don't use a whole lot of product. Usually once I get a wig to look the way I want it, I don't have to use any other product to it. Guys, that's way better than it was, right? Don't you think? I wish I would have taken a picture before, but I think that it's way better now than it was. What do you think? See how the top doesn't look as flat as it did before? The color's really nice. I think it's really complimentary. Let me make sure I even have it on straight. Yeah. But I would still work with this a little bit to get this off, you know. That still needs a little bit of work up there. But I like big hair. So, you know, that's just who I am. I'm a big hair type of gal. I like the way the bangs are looking right here. So yeah, this is Melrose in Soft Blonde. Let me show you the back. I know a lot of people like to see like the whole 360. What do you guys think of this one? I really like the color. I like this up here way better now. I feel like it looks way better than it did. So I don't know what the back looks like because we've been messing with it. So, but I'll show you anyway. just for the sake of it. This is what she looks like in the back. Here's the back. It's quite a bit of hair. But I think it's cute. I think it could be really cute. You know, I feel like this still needs a little bit of work, but you know, maybe we can thin this out together a little bit next video. But otherwise, I think it's really pretty. You know, it's very I feel like not Farrah Fawcett, but like, I don't know. Who do I want to say? Tommy Lee and Pam Anderson. I feel very Pam Anderson, but the top is way, way better now. Way better. Like, I would actually wear this out in public at this point. Again, up here needs a little bit. I might work on that later, but way better. So, you know, definitely try and use the hairdryer trick. If this was a curly wig, I would not use this. This will take the curl right out of it. But since this wig is like kind of like straight and layered, you know, it's not really going to matter too much. But if this was like a really big curly wig, I would have found some other way to zhuzh up the top without taking the curl out. But I don't know, you guys. I think I kind of like it. I think I kind of like it. All right, so that was Self-Care Sunday for the day. I'll try and link the products below that I used today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much for watching and being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.